Hey, it's Jack from Jack Gately Real Estate and the Online Real Estate Academy. Welcome to the show on Friday morning. It is the 12th. Oh, I thought it was the 13th, but no, it's the 12th. And we have now heard from the new president of NAR. The new president of NAR released a video statement yesterday. It's sometime yesterday, and it is good. We're going to go through it. We're going to go through it. It's over at Realtor Magazine. So it's been released exclusively to Realtor Magazine. And yes, I'm purposely mispronouncing it just because I know it annoys you so much. But we're going to get into the statement in a second. For those of you who are kind of new to the whole drama here, the National Association of Realtors is in a complete quagmire of scandal. This is the third president in 6 months or less. One resigned because of sexual harassment complaints, and another one resigned on Monday because of some type of blackmail attempt. And of course, then there's the $5+ billion court case that they lost back in October, and there's multiple additional lawsuits. So it's just a complete foobar completely. So now they have a new president who is Kevin Sears. He's from Massachusetts. I've actually never met him. Maybe I've shaken his hand once or twice, but I did observe him closely as the chairman of the regulatory board here in Massachusetts, because I own a brokerage, I have my own broker license, and I own a real estate school, and they regulate all of those. So I usually attend the board of registration hearings in person or virtually over the last couple of years. And, I watch these people very closely like a hawk, because especially I want to keep my students at the real estate school up to date with any potential regulation change. And also my agents, I want them to be up to date as well. So I've been watching these folks, and it just so coincidentally, this guy now is president of NAR. So congratulations, Mr. Sears. Good for you. And I've seen him be a very level-headed speaker and leader in the past. And now we have the first statement from him since he ascended to the throne, so to speak, at the National Association of Realtors. And so that's pretty much the end of the nice things that I'm going to say for this video, because, we'll see how it goes. Let's bring up the video. Let me just say to begin with, I don't like the strategy. Before we get into the substance of the video, I don't like the strategy. This video, as I mentioned to you, is an exclusive at Realtor Magazine. This is the only place that you can watch this video. It is not on, it's not even on the National Association of Realtors Facebook page. It's not there. It's not on their Instagram page. It's not on their X account, and it's not on their YouTube channel. So if you heard me be somewhat critical of the association in the last couple of days about their public relations strategy, it's because they seem not to have one other than to turtle. What they really need is a war room. They need a war room because they are dealing with a threat to their brand, which, based upon what I've seen so far, they don't comprehend. They need a war room, just like I mentioned yesterday, like New Coke when they had that disaster, like the Tylenol poisonings when they had that disaster, when they had the Tide Pod disaster. There are a lot of situations where brands come up with, especially in this fast-moving social media world that we live in 2024, where brands come up against threats to their credibility from both inside and out. Remember that fashion brand that had that controversy about the fashion shoot, Balenciaga or whatever that was? That was like a year or two ago. They sprung into action and they tried to do something to stem the tide. There are a whole field of communication professionals out there that deal with crisis management. It does not appear that NAR has even engaged with. NAR's got plenty of money. It's not like they can't host these people. They've got plenty of staff to post this video to their socials. They have chosen not to do it. They have chosen not to do it, and it's complete and absolutely strategic public relations mistake of the highest order. You could say you could criticize their legal strategy all you want, and I'm not a lawyer. Remember, too smart to go to law school. But from a public relations point of view, which I happen to know a lot about, this is just an absolute malpractice, public relations malpractice. This is going to go down as the way not to manage a public relations disaster for a nonprofit / advocacy organization. This is once again, just like Tracy Casper's video, a siloed video over at Realtor Magazine. And again, we're going to get into the video in a second. I want to just give you one more example of what they should be doing. And then we'll get into the video. There is this guy. I don't want to make it partisan, so I'm going to leave his name out. Running for public office, first time ever. He's running for president, first time ever. Never run for office before. He's had a public appearances. He's written some books and he's had a career, but he's never run for office before. And one of the things that has put him on the map in 2023 and now into 2024, he's still in the race, is the fact that he takes interviews everywhere, even on podcasts and network television, where he knows they will not agree with him, that they are going to fight him tooth and nail. He takes those interviews, he does those interviews, and he usually mops the floor with those hosts because he's tremendously articulate and he is assertive and confident in his point of view. That's where NAR needs to go with their public relations strategy right now. And I'm not even a NAR member, but most of my clients think I'm a realtor because the name has become almost meaningless. It's like Kleenex and Xerox. Kleenex. But that's where this new guy has got to go. He's got to be on every single real estate podcast, even knucklehead YouTubers like me, right? He's got to be out there preaching his message, or they're never, forget about the legal situation, they're never going to recover as an association or as a brand in real estate, ever. All right, so let's bring up the video from, this is posted, says yesterday, but I'm not too sure exactly. I don't know what time it was posted yesterday. All right, so here is Kevin Sears, the new president of NAR, and sporting the goatee there, Kevin. I don't remember that look from when you were the board chairman, but looking good. Here we go.
Hello, fellow realtors. My name is Kevin Sears, and I am now serving as your NAR president. While this title has come earlier than expected, please know
that's for sure
that I am ready, willing, and able to lead this association as your president.
By the way, from what I understand about the rules, he'll be serving out the rest of Tracy Casper's term, and then he also gets a full term himself, which I guess would be in 2025, if I understand the rules, which actually might be good for the association to have some stability as a president for 2 full years, effectively 2 full years.
Like many of you, I am saddened by Tracy Casper's resignation. I know I speak for many of you when I say we appreciate her service and years of dedication to the association. It's understandable that you may have questions, and we will do our best to address them. But I think you will agree that our primary focus must be on furthering the business of the association, which means we are fully engaged on the legal, business, and advocacy challenges that are top priority to you and the clients that you serve. Interim CEO Nakia Wright is providing strong and steady leadership to ensure that
All right, so clearly he's reading from a teleprompter, but, he's probably new at reading from the teleprompter. I don't do teleprompter, but if you're new at it, it's not easy to get used to.
Core operations of the association continue to adapt and deliver as these unusual circumstances demand. NAR has a dedicated staff that is working diligently.
And it does kind of come off as kind of like a little corporate-y, excessively corporate-y, and a little hostage-tapey like.
To continue to provide the tools, programs, and resources that our members need and rely on. On the legal.
All right, so you may be like, at this point, if you're just watching it straight ahead, you've already fallen asleep.
Legal front, we recognize the significance of the Missouri class action lawsuit and copycats we are seeing elsewhere. We understand what is at stake for our members, brokerages, associations, and most important, the consumers.
Well, I think that hit a little bit better. And I think from that sentence there, I think it seems significantly authentic concern.
Along with our in-house lawyers and outside counsel, the leadership team is focused on executing the best strategy moving
In-house lawyers and outside counsel who clearly wrote this statement
forward. On the advocacy front, we must continue to advocate not only for our industry, but for our customers and clients' ability to freely buy, sell, lease, and transfer real property. With an election year in front of us, our staff is leading the charge in Washington, D.C., while helping you all at the state and local levels, from your state capitals to the big cities and small towns all across this great country.
I think that was an important touch, if I could just interrupt there, to remember that most of your realtor members, or even non-members, are doing business in small little places. Like I'm from Plymouth, Massachusetts. I'm not from Washington, D.C. or Chicago or New York or Los Angeles. There's plenty of people that are doing business in Topeka or in Craig, Colorado. You know what I'm saying? Where there's plenty of membership. They've got to remember the flyover states, so to speak.
Throughout all these efforts, we intend to use every opportunity possible to communicate NAR's pro-consumer, pro-competitive values and mission.
I hope they do use every opportunity. They must be flooded with interview requests, or they should be. And if they're not flooded with interview requests, they should be going and getting these interviews.
Your feedback has been important as we work to do just that, and we thank you for all the ideas and recommendations you've provided. And in closing, I also want to thank you for all of the kind words.
You see, right? Can we play that section back? I really think that this is the part that might be actually written by him, and because this seems like super. This is where I think he actually, at the very end of the video, actually connects with the audience from a personal point of view.
I also want to thank you for all of the kind words and support that you have shown to the entire leadership team. Please know that we are here to serve you and our association.
That seems super authentic, and I think that is the root of so many criticisms, including mine, is that the association is there to serve itself. Right. And so it's good to see that he, in a way, in probably the most authentic part of the video, makes that point.
Thank you and take care.
All right. So that is it for the video. And then it just cuts to the logo, which we've seen before. We don't need that before. But again, it's all siloed up. Don't tell me they don't have the time or resources to post it to their YouTube, their X, or any. They should be out there. This guy should now be booked on the Today Show or wherever, they'll take him, on CNBC, on that, what is that Last Call show on CNBC where they've had Ketchmark and they have Bess Friedman on. Last Call, is that on CNBC? Yeah, he should be on all of those. He should be on Kudlow. He should be on all of those things to rehabilitate. And there are public relations professionals who know how to position him into those shows, plus Joe Rogan and all of those things. My First Million podcast, whatever podcast, get the hell out there, because right now when you post this thing and you silo it into the Realtor Magazine, I understand you're speaking to the membership, great, but you're not even putting this where most of the members interact with you, which I think is actually on Facebook. A lot of people say Facebook is dead, but I think most of the members don't go to Realtor Magazine. They go to Facebook. And when you're not even posting it to your own Facebook page, when you're not even posting that video to your own Facebook page, then what the hell are you doing? It's not here. It's not here. Not here. It's this. I can't. We have the statement from The Economist on the CPI. Okay, but it's not here. It's this. I'm speechless. And unless they begin to learn this lesson, then they're gonna learn it the really hard way. Sadly. All right. So hey, this has been an early morning live stream, right? Pre 8 a.m., before 8 a.m. live stream. And I want to thank you so much for being with us today. I'm going to drop our Massachusetts market update later this morning and our Plymouth market update soon enough. Until then, have a great day. Go make some money. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.